So this is going to be a lo-fi video, just out on a ride, and I was thinking about the fact that on my nascent YouTube channel I've seen an uptick in traffic to an old video of mine that looks at how to fit the bike to, I think, my old trainer, which is an Elite Fluid Elastogel. I'll come up with the right name. I was also hearing, I think, that smart trainers, because of the current shutdown and restriction on people riding outside, are selling out in their droves, and they're virtually non-existent to buy here in Europe. People are turning to buy the so-called dumb trainers as well. Given that, I thought I'd do a quick review, just so if you're thinking of buying one of the older Elite non-smart models, well, you know what you're getting. Standard opening the workshop shot. First to find the trainer. Well, it's not there. Where have I put it? There we go. Oh. Well, I didn't say I was reviewing a clean one. Standard opening the bay door. Shut. What is that? No. That is dirty. Okay, a quick Google search on my phone later, and I've worked out that this is in fact called the Elite Crono Elastogel trainer. Wow, it really does need a bit of a wipe. I promise this is nothing to do with the machine. Everything to do with me. We can sort of see that. I've owned this trainer for the best part of, I think, 6.5, maybe 7 years. Bought this back in 2013. I wouldn't have said I've used it for hours and hours at a time, but certainly quite a lot over those years. It's pretty sturdy construction. We have a hinge down here. These, I'd say, well, they're certainly metal. I would guess they're made of steel. This arm at the bottom is a pretty sturdy plastic. Here at the back, our rear wheel sits on this roller here, and I think here maybe there's an element of the resistance part of it. I'm not an engineer, but also something of a heatsink as well. In case it's not obvious, and I haven't mentioned it already, this trainer doesn't require you to take off your rear wheel, so it's a rear wheel on trainer. You set that rear wheel on the roller at the back, and then you tighten the brackets here and here around your rear axle. Most good reviews involve a kick test, so just to sort of see how sturdy it is, let's kick it. Yeah, so right now I'm in the fortunate position of still being able to ride my bike outside. So it currently has the standard Campagnola quick release that goes with these wheels. So in order to fit it to the Elite trainer, I'm going to have to switch that to the one that came with it. So this is the quick release type through axle thingamajig that comes with the trainer. For this, you don't actually need to remove the wheel or anything. Now there is actually a video of me doing this about 6 years ago in our previous house. It shows you how to fit the bike to the turbo trainer in a bit more detail. I'll link to it somewhere up here or here. And here I've got the bike attached to the trainer, and you can see how it attaches. Essentially these two brackets form around the axle. You tighten this handle here, you lock this collar into place, and then essentially that's not going anywhere. Then our wheel rests on the red roller here. That provides the resistance against which you're cycling when you are, well, turning in the pedals really. We talked about build quality. Again, steel, sturdy arms here, nice rubbery feet here that stop it from moving anywhere, high quality plastic. You know, I've been using this for 6 years, and I do tend to get a fair amount of abuse. It's not like I've been particularly looking after it. It's been in a cold garage, and all of this plastic and stuff is still in pretty good nick. Now, I bought this riser block here separately. All this does is raise up this front wheel here such that essentially it makes both wheels level when you're cycling, so it doesn't feel like you're perpetually cycling downhill. It didn't come as standard with the trainer. I think it's made by a company called, well, at the time it was called Cyclops, now Saris. So what's it like to ride? give it a quick go. This is hard with the camera. So I'm not wearing cycling shoes, so this probably isn't going to work particularly well. You've probably worked this out already, but this is not a trainer where you change the resistance up and down. Essentially, the resistance through the trainer is automatic as you ride faster, either by turning the pedals more quickly or by moving up through the gears, the resistance increases. So having switched up the gears now, I can certainly feel there's more resistance coming through the trainer. I'm gonna get off now, I've already been out, bye-bye. Now I'll admit I don't really know how the resistance works in this particular trainer, though I do believe that the Elastogel bit means that the resistance is slightly smoother in its application, say, than a purely magnet-based system, but that's about the sum total of my knowledge. In practice, to me it doesn't really matter how it works. All I know is that when I'm on the bike, the resistance itself feels pretty smooth. I've not had a lot of experience with other trainers, so I can't say how it compares in terms of the so-called road feel. It feels quite a lot better, say, than a bog standard exercise bike that you might try out in the gym. So as mentioned already, the Elite Crono Elastogel trainer is not a smart trainer. This means that it doesn't communicate with your head unit, your Edge or your Wahoo. Neither does it communicate with indoor cycling apps like Zwift or Trainer Road. Now you absolutely can use this trainer with Zwift and Trainer Road and other indoor cycling apps. All you need to have is a speed and cadence sensor like this one, with the magnet here on the wheel and the magnet here on the crank. My understanding is that those sorts of companies know how the speed that you generate on a particular trainer corresponds to a particular power output. Within Zwift, I think you have to select the trainer that you've got, and from that they can use it to estimate the power, and using that information you can Zwift to your heart's content. Now in terms of cost, the Elite Crono Elastogel trainer, if you can get hold of one, will cost you somewhere between 180 and 200 pounds. So certainly not the cheapest of choices, but definitely a hell of a lot more affordable than the smart trainers. So that's it really. There's not a great deal more you can say about what is a pretty standard, basic, non-smart trainer. Solid, well built. I've certainly never regretted purchasing it, put a lot of use through it, and it still works really as well as it did when I bought it. So I hope you found this short video, maybe a short video, based on a long-term review of the Elite Crono Elastogel trainer helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up beneath this video. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so that it lets you know when I publish the next one. I've been Monty, this is Sportive Cyclist, the MAMIL channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Safe cycling.